I seriously cannot believe that Jonathan fell for this. But what was I expecting? No wonder they say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. It has gotten to a point that Jonathan's daughter Benny is even more smarter than Jonathan himself. She knows the so-called friend Emeka better than Jonathan. This is just like a game of chess. Only the people outside sees the potential winning opportunities in the game. Jonathan's eyes has been blinded so much that he cannot even see the tricks that Emeka is using on him just to make sure he ruins him completely. At this point, greed has taken over Jonathan, because who makes a business deal of 10 million and makes 50 million in 7 days? I understand the fact that Jonathan is poor, he does not have money. Right now he's desperate, but this is greed itself. And the unfortunate thing is that he never listens to Kenneth. No matter how Kenneth tries so hard to open his eyes to see what Emeka is doing to him, he never listens to Kenneth. And that leads us to the question, why is Jonathan always listening to Emeka? No matter how uncomfortable the advice Emeka gives to Jonathan is, Jonathan prefers to go with that. Why? Little does Jonathan know that Emeka has everything planned out to finally take away the one thing that he has away from him, and that is his car. But look at him, he's over here celebrating that he's going to bounce back as the big Joe, not knowing that he is only celebrating for a moment to finally enter into the mourning and the crime period. Jonathan might end up being in the police custody. From the way everything is going, he's going to cry. And even Teresa will not be able to console him. If only Jonathan could listen, but he feels like every other person apart from Emeka is against him. No matter how they try to help him, he feels that they are just against him. He believes Emeka. But wait and see what is coming for you. Be prepared for the doom, because you have already accepted everything. Emeka came to Jonathan with a business proposal in line with the fact that he wanted to actually take away that car from Jonathan so that Jonathan can start trekking, because he's still angry that Jonathan got into a fight with him. On reaching here, knowing too well that Jonathan is desperate at this point, he decided to use desperate measures on Jonathan. Jonathan was happy when Emeka told him that there is a business deal, and because he has 2 business deals, he cannot do everything together because of money. He wants to send one to him. Jonathan was very happy when Emeka mentioned that he's going to make 50 million naira from that business deal if he invests 10 million naira. The question is, which business will you invest 10 million naira and in 7 days you are already making 50 million naira? If that is not fraud or scam. But Jonathan will never ever listen. He prefers to follow suit with everything that Emeka says, which is crazy. It is very, very crazy. Jonathan was already excited. This is why you are my guy. I know you will never leave me lacking. Not knowing that Emeka has a plot against Jonathan that he knows nothing about. But the question is, how is Jonathan going to raise this money? That has been his problem all along. At this point, he does not have money. And Emeka told him there is a way out for everything. The only thing you need to do is to either sell your car worth millions. You can sell that car, use 10 million naira to do this deal and get 50 million naira. Or use your car as a collateral. And Emeka said, I am never ever selling my baby. Now, I was thinking that Emeka will stand for his right concerning that car, that he will never sell it. Remember that Kenneth has actually given him an advice to sell that car, get a smaller one to start an Uber business so that he can support his family. But Emeka vowed that he's never going to sell that car. But right now, he was willing to give that car as a collateral for him to get 10 million naira to embark on this journey so that he can come back as the big Joe, not knowing that after using that car as a collateral, he is ever going to lose that car and probably end up in jail. He was very happy, and according to him, he's going to look for the money. Going to meet Kenneth to borrow him the money. Kenneth is not as stupid as he is. He's rather a smart man that works and does his things smartly. He does not allow people to just lure him to things that he doesn't want to do. And when he asked Jonathan, who brought that business idea and how did you get it? How authentic is this deal that you are talking about? Jonathan was trying to hide everything because Emeka had already told him that if he's going to get that money from Kenneth, Kenneth is going to turn him down, and not just that, he's going to discourage him from going through with this. And on reaching here and Kenneth is already asking him some questions concerning the deal. He wanted to fine-tune everything or probably hide some things. But you know Kenneth is very persistent. He kept on asking, what do you need this money for? I can't just hand over 10 million naira to you when I don't know what you want to do with it. It is a big money. I can't just do that. After a lot of, persuading Jonathan to tell him everything, Jonathan finally opened up that Emeka has a friend that brought it, and immediately Kenneth was off, because Kenneth does not believe anything coming from Emeka. He knows who Emeka is, but Jonathan is blinded that he cannot see the kind of person that Emeka truly is. He rather said, I am not going to give you that money as long as this deal is coming from Emeka. Emeka is not somebody to trust. What has Emeka done to at least prove to you that he is something good, or something good can come out of him? I don't understand. I can't give you that money. If you want to sell your car and do something better than to do a deal that is coming from Emeka, because you are definitely going to lose everything. But Jonathan will not listen, because he feels that Kenneth will not help him. Kenneth will betray him. Yes, that is what Emeka has made him to believe. Why would a big man, a man of this caliber, allow his fellow man to manipulate him like this? You're making him look stupid, like a baby, or somebody who does not even have sense or reasoning at all. He left, and when he got back home, he met with Teresa, and he was already very upset because Kenneth refused to give him that money. Teresa asked him, what exactly is going on, and why are you so sad? What is going on with you? And Jonathan said he's looking for 10 million naira. 10 million naira? Teresa asked. And Jonathan said, yes, I need 10 million naira. If I have that 10 million naira, in less than a week, I'm going to return back to myself as the big Joe. I need to make that money back. Yes, I want to return back. But right now, where would you get the 10 million naira? And what are you going to use to get that 10 million naira? When the daughter had the discussion concerning or surrounding the 10 million naira, she was furious. 10 million naira, who is going to give you 10 million naira? And what do you want to do this time around? Because this 10 million naira you are talking about will send you to jail. I am sure of that. And the father was already upset that the daughter is always challenging him, not knowing that the daughter is only helping him. What I see Benny doing is trying to help the father to at least speak some senses to the father. But the father always takes everything, as an insult. Now I understand, because the way Benny presents everything to the father is always looking at she's insulting the dad. The dad was very angry when she said, nothing good comes from my dad. Everything my dad touches, he always spoils. He has never, been successful in everything that he does. Why do you think that he's going to be successful in this one? In fact, if you give him that money, you are going to suffer and cry for it, because that money is not going to come back to you. And the father got upset, ran upstairs to beat the daughter. But the daughter ran up, and he was very, very angry that the daughter speaks to him with so much disrespect, which is very much understandable. Now, Jonathan went to meet with Emeka to tell him that, yes, that guy has really torn me down, just like what you said. It's as if you already know that the kind of person that Kenneth is, because Kenneth will never ever support me. And Emeka used this opportunity to still manipulate him the more. I know that Kenneth is not going to help you. That is why I told you from the onset, do not go there to meet up with Kenneth, because it's not going to help you. He told him, I am going to link you up with somebody that will give you that money. But the only thing that you need to do is to present your car papers. At least once they have it, the papers to your car, at least they will give you the 10 million naira, and you go ahead and do the business. And when you are done with the business, you can come and collect your car and make your money, become the big Joe. And he was very, very happy. The same car that you said you don't want to sell, you are stupid enough to carry the same car papers to hand over to Emeka. This is how stupid Jonathan is, because he is filled with so much greed. He is so anxious of going back to being the big Joe, so that he can actually maltreat Clara. But look at the kind of mistake you're making with your life. He got back home and was very excited, yelling at everybody that he's now the big Joe. At 10 million naira has entered his account. He's the big Joe. He's going to do business and everything. Shame on those people that don't want him to succeed. Is he gradually throwing pounds on the daughter because the daughter is trying to encourage him? He went upstairs and was celebrating, laughing and shouting, singing songs of appreciation because he feels that this thing that looks like is going to work is what he needs. That is why they say all that glitter is not gold, because at the end of the day, you might be the one crying. Emeka met with his chief planner, the person he wants to use to execute this particular, evil act, and he was talking about it, how everything is going according to plans. He was very, very happy that at least at this point he's going to take over everything that Jonathan finally owns. The money was handed over to Jonathan and he released his car papers. And Emeka is very happy at this point, celebrating that he cannot wait to look at Jonathan's face when he will discover that the car he owns no longer belongs to him. That he wants to see Jonathan running on the street, suffering. That is what he wants for Jonathan. What has Jonathan done to you? I don't even see it. You have been the one, you wickeding Jonathan. You have been the evil person around Jonathan. I don't know what it is that you I don't know why you are doing this to Jonathan. And Jonathan went to get those jobs, get the fittings and the electrical materials to supply to the site. When he got there, he met with the engineer. All these people are positioned. Kai, Emeka is such a wicked person. He has positioned everything. He has everything planned out. Why they got everything and made it look like it's very legit, Jonathan is celebrating that very soon he's going to make a lot of money. He brought the quotation and it was accepted. And they told him, you know what? You need to make sure that you are giving us nothing but the quality, because we deal with quality in this company. Now, little does he know that these people want to actually use him as a tool to serve other things. And then when he left, he put a call to Emeka. When he met with Emeka, he told Emeka everything, that the young man has brought the goods to him. Somehow I feel for Jonathan, because Jonathan went ahead to get goods that Emeka want to use for his other business. Can you imagine? He does not have money to execute his own business. He decided to extort money from Jonathan to execute his own business so that they can have money. And now he wants them to start calling Jonathan for the money so that his head will be scattered. He wants him to be on the street running up and down. Why all of this? What do you want to gain? What will you gain if Jonathan runs mad on the street? Is that going to put money in your pocket? I wonder what this hatred is all about. Because from the little that I know, Jonathan has been a good friend to Emeka. But we'll find out about how Jonathan is going to cry on the next episode. Please like the video if you have not liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll bring the next episode as soon as it's drop. But for now,